probably for that 3 right there. But we put ourselves in that situation when we were down 3. We had plays to make going down the stretch, and they were able to make more of them. That was a tough pick and roll that we were trying to figure out how to guard, switching, staying through, whatever. It just seemed like Durant was able to manipulate it however he wanted to, like he's been able to do throughout the course of his career.
Speaking of Kevin Durant, that jumper he made over Haywood, 20 seconds on the clock to put him up by 3 or 4. Can you defend any better? Is that a matter
on that one? No, you can't. He's at 18 feet. He's just getting to his spot. He's we know this. He's one of the greatest scorers of all time. So we tried to run guys at him. It's tough to get to him, at that spot. You just have to somehow make, I think there were some other possessions. That one, I don't think there was a whole lot you could do. There were some other possessions before that, it felt like we could have had a little bit more of an impact. And it would have required that every other play we would have had to make. So it just doesn't end up with live or die with Kevin Durant making a shot, in his comfort zone.
Yeah, another big game from Tyler. It hasn't just been the production, but he's been really efficient. That's been a trend throughout the season. What are you seeing from him on the offensive end?
He's been really focused on that, committed to being efficient. His profile has been great. He's got great confidence. But the last couple of years, his game has really grown, and now it's just taking that next step of efficiency, reading defenses, and making the right play over and over and over.
And Bam going 5 for 21. It's not something you don't see from him very often. What do you think about just the shots he was getting?
Yeah, his shots were great. Those were all in the wheelhouse. Inside the dots. We had a bunch of point blank shots. It's going to happen, but he still had an incredible impact. He had 5 steals, 12 on the glass. That's what it's about ultimately, is competing to try to win a game, regardless of whether you're making shots or not. And, he had that mental toughness to be able to do that.
What went into the decision to start Haywood there in the second half? What did you like about what he gave you those minutes?
I wanted just to keep Bam on Nurkic, keep him comfortable under the rim. And H had given us good minutes in that first half, and we're looking to do something just to change the energy of these third quarters. It had nothing to do with Nico. It was more about kind of their lineup and how they can get you scrambling. And so the first 8 minutes of the third quarter I thought were really good. Really good. We got up 15 and played some really good basketball and did things, with more energy than we have been doing in these third quarters. But they made a big-time run in those last 3 minutes. That was unfortunate.
More matchup-based than something that might stick moving forward.
I'm not even thinking about that right now. It's like, look, this is quarter to quarter, game to game. Nothing is in concrete, where we are right now.
Well, how about those 14 minutes for Ware? Just your thoughts about getting him right behind Ben?
Yeah, I thought as the game went on, he got more comfortable. The way they, do things, we felt like he could present some challenges for them at the rim, and he's been really progressing quickly, behind the scenes, and he's kept himself ready, and I thought his minutes were very good. Those were encouraging.
Another nice scoring night for Tyler. I think it's the second time this year you've had that from him, but it hasn't connected into a W. But what do you like about
the efficiency is winning basketball for sure. He's a weapon. Now he's reading the game, reading defenses, and he's, just making a lot of really good decisions, off the ball, with the ball. He's a tough guard right now.
And obviously with Bam, you expect more of those shots to go down, but do you think it's important to see him, pick up that aggression and having more of those shot attempts, just making sure he can be that guy on offense to
we're not even, that's elementary. We know he is, and a lot of these were like those an anomaly. He had like 3 or 4 sometimes in one possession, all makeable shots, and that's just sometimes the breaks of the game. And then you have to have the fortitude to impact it in other ways, which he did defensively on the glass, the 5 steals, like I said, anchoring our defense, 6 assists, making a bunch of plays, and that's what winners do.
And how big also were some of those offensive rebounds you guys were grabbing down the stretch?
Yeah. I mean, Bam had 5 or 6 of them. Jimmy had a handful, and Highsmith's, those were really impactful. Just keep us in the game and give us those relief points. Both teams were really defending hard. It wasn't easy just to generate a breakdown, lack of communication, gift basket going either way. I mean, they were creating an action where somehow would end up in Durant's hands right in the middle of the floor, and we were able to create some actions, but those second chance opportunities were important.
Back to that last one, last question for me. That back to the last set you had on the inbound. Was there anything special that the Suns did defensively to make that a little more hectic?
No, I mean, these kind of plays at the end of the game, it's tough to generate a wide open look. You're going to have to make some kind of play. I thought the triggers were executed right, and then they ran off the inbound, kind of play that Jimmy makes defensively quite a bit. I think the only play at that point would have been for him to shoot the 3. And Terry, there's just a little bit of a zig and zag, and then we ended up running out of time. But